The first order that I'm going to put in front of council, I'm going to put in for a charter change. So our mayor and our vice mayor are elected at large by the people. Currently, our mayor and vice mayor are city councilors who sit in a closed door meeting and decide amongst themselves who's going to be mayor and who's going to be vice mayor for the next 2 years. I say no more. Those offices belong to the people. It is you, the people of the city of Hopewell, at large, as a whole, to determine who our mayor is and who our vice mayor is. And let's see what other of the 7 councilors will vote against that, to keep that power to themselves. The next motion I got to put in front of City Council on day one I'm sworn in. Our school board is appointed by City Council. Why is our school board appointed by City Council? Why? So they can put their friends in charge of our schools. Why should we allow them to put their friends on the school board? It's not their friends who should be on the school board. It needs to be voted on by the people. Those school board positions should be elected by the people of the city of Hopewell instead of appointed by the city council. You should determine who's going to lead our school. You are the ones who make those choices for our children by electing school board members instead of allowing city council to put their friends on council because they might be friends with a councilor. The next I have on my agenda for day one. The city of Hopewell sponsors slavery in our own city. Whether you realize it or not, if you live in the city of Hopewell and you live on a piece of property that has an easement on your property, that means you have an alley, you have a sidewalk, you have that ditch with the grass. All that property belongs to the city. But you, the citizen, are required by law to maintain that property. And if you don't, you can be fined for not maintaining that property. Now, if you're being forced to maintain somebody else's property without compensation, that is called slavery. And last time I checked, slavery went out in 1865. So I propose, number one, if you live on one of these properties, that you receive $10 a month for $120 a year deduction from your personal property tax to maintain that city property by law. You're required to by law. Now you're being compensated for your labor. Next, who is willing to pay $15 to exercise any of your inalienable rights granted to us by our Creator and guaranteed us under our Constitution of the United States, under the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia? I know I'm not willing to do that, but we got to do that. They charge us $15 to exercise our right to our self-defense under the Second Amendment. If you want the ability to be able to carry your firearm to protect yourself, your family, your property, you've got to pay the city $15. Ladies and gentlemen, that was paid for in blood. That was paid for by the veterans of this nation who have sacrificed their lives and put their lives on the line to make that right free for all of us. But the city's charging us $15 regardless. So my next order is a motion to have the clerk of courts waive the $15 fee that the city charges for you to be able to defend yourself by carrying your concealed firearm. Term limits. We need a term limit city council. And I propose a motion for a 2-term limit for a city council. That's either 2 consecutive terms for 8 years or 2 non-consecutive terms for 8 years, but no more than 2 terms. Those are my 5 motions that I have right now. ready to go day one when I'm sworn into office.